Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to another little episode of Real Country with Jeff and Mel. Thought I'd make a little video here to introduce a new member of our little farm family. His name is Mr. Cutter. We're just going to call him Cutter. He is a 6-week-old mutt. Supposed to have a little feist in him. Supposed to have a little mountain cur somewhere in the background, but generally a Heinz 57. Here he comes, Monster Masher. I'm getting attacked. He is 6 weeks old and a bundle of energy, and we've had him now for about 2 or 3 days. Oh goodness, he's a man eater. He's a man killer. Yeah, he's vicious. He's a mean little motor scooter. Yes, you are. He's all of 6 weeks old this past Saturday. Oh goodness, I'm getting mauled here. I have been wanting, goodness, Cutter, calm down, baby, calm down. I have been wanting a little squirrel dog for several years now. Back when I was in high school, a boy I went to school with and been knowing for years, we went hunting one day after school, and supposed to got on a bus and played a basketball game that evening, and we took his squirrel dog. Now, it wasn't a regulation squirrel dog. It wasn't of the specialty breeds. He actually had an Irish setter, and that's the first time I ever hunted squirrel with a dog, and I'm going to tell you, it was the most fun that I have ever had. I'm getting mauled here, so let me let you watch him eat me up. But we went hunting, and it was fun because I didn't have to be quiet, didn't have to sit still. The minute we turned the dog loose, it was like that scene from Funny Farm. The dog took off running, immediately started barking. He treed, we got us a squirrel, and then he was off to the races. And I want to say we got 6 or 8 squirrels in about 45 minutes to an hour. The bad thing was the dog ran off, and we had to leave and couldn't find the dog, and had to get on the bus to go play the ball game, but everything turned all right. A few days later, the dog showed up. Somebody found him, called my buddy, and he got his dog back safe and sound. And sometimes when you hunt, things like that happen. But ever since then, I've always played with the idea of getting me a little squirrel dog. And I talked to some guys. Tried to talk to some guys I knew a long time ago. That had got into squirrel hunting, and we just couldn't get together. And everybody's busy, and that's fine. But I was trying to get in with somebody and just find out where I could find me a show enough little squirrel dog, just so later on I could sneak off by myself and have a little fun. Things just didn't work out. But then we got a chance to get a couple of these little puppies. Brother and a sister. My wife was going to take the little girl and just have a little lap dog, little buddy. And I was going to have a combo. I was going to have a little squirrel dog and a little buddy. And somebody to play with Miss Boone. And we got this one and his sister. And the sister, we were told, was the runt. And when we got her, bless her heart, she was weak. We knew something wasn't quite right. And we got her late in the evening, brought her home, tried to feed her, tried to love on her. She just wanted to rest. And being 6 weeks old, sometimes puppies are that way. We didn't think nothing about it, but something was wrong with her. And we woke up the next morning, and she didn't last very long and passed away. But, that happens sometimes with litters of puppies. And, nothing we did, and I'm sure it was nothing the people we got the dog from did. It's just things like that happen. So now we're down to just, after one day, we're down to Mr. Cutter. And I'm not going to call him Mr. Cutter. I'm just saying that. But his name's going to be Cutter. And I know that's a strange sounding name. But so many times, let me see if I can get the camera where we can see what he's doing. He's trying to eat my leg up. Eat my hand up, excuse me. But so many times everybody names the dogs Joe, Blow, Mac, Jack, Pete, Repeat. And I always try to go for something a little bit different. And a long time ago, before we ever started trying to do YouTube channels, I made a joke, you know, that everything in the world nowadays, there's an association. There's Buckmasters and Bassmasters, Quail Unlimited, and Rocky Mountain Elk, National Wild Turkey Federation. And the only things left that ain't that way is bluegill and squirrel. And I said that one day I'd love to have my own little show, and I'd have to make up fake sponsors. So one of my fake sponsors I made up was Nut Cutter Assassins. And nuts, you know, like a squirrel eats out of a tree, hickory nuts, acorns, and we always used to listen to them get up in a tree and they'd get old hickory nut in their mouth and they'd gnaw on it. Let me see if I can get the camera, I guess on me, he's going to sleep. But they'd get up in the fork of a tree, chew on a nut, and cut it off the limb, and then we'd try to shoot them. So that made us Nut Cutter Assassins. And so I just figured that'd be fitting. We're going to try to make him a little squirrel dog. Now, he may not turn out to be a squirrel hunting breed, but we're going to try. And even if he don't hunt, he'll be a little buddy dog around the farm. But I figured Cutter just sounded good, so we're going to have little videos, and for the next 2 weeks, Mr. Cutter here is going to have it easy. We're not going to do nothing but just love on him, play with him, take care of him, get him a little bit stronger, get him a little bit fatter and sassier. And then about 8 weeks old, I'm going to start some basic little training. We're already trying to work a little housebreaking on him. But as long as he'll do the basics, you know, come to me, sit, stay, load up, unload, that's really all we're going to ask. And then we'll start playing with him with a squirrel's tail and see if we can't get the little monster motivated. He might want to chase a squirrel up a tree. And we'll go try it this fall, see what'll happen. But as time goes on, we'll show some videos of training him, trying to, and a little bit of him playing, and a little bit of him interacting with Boone. And Boone's right here. We ain't forgot about Missy Boone. She's still #1 here at the farm. But it's kind of like her having puppies all over again without the trouble of going into labor. This little monster's got some sharp little milk teeth. He's trying to eat my watch band. He's trying to gnaw the hide off of me. But he's a good little old fella. Well, folks, that'll wrap it up. Just thought I'd make a little quick video and show you our newest member of the farm. Until next time, good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise and I don't get ate up by this monster and lose my wristwatch. We'll see y'all on down the road. And if you like the videos, please hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, and join us next time. Thank y'all.